So Azealia Banks took to social media and she made an interesting point about black men. She said this.
No, really, black men, why are you guys so afraid of one another? Why do you think killing one of your own is a badge of honor? You guys definitely aren't carrying guns to defend yourself from white men and police. You all are actually scared to death of white men and police. You're carrying guns to protect yourselves from one another. It's actually the most asinine logic ever. Why are black men, especially in hip-hop, so scared of one another? Serious question.
Azealia Banks does a lot of crazy stuff, but I think what she said in this post makes a lot of sense. I'll agree that injustice and systemic oppression caused a lot of the issues in the black community, but I also believe in accountability. And look, there's been a moral digression in hip-hop, while at the same time progression and racial equality in the country. Yes, there's still things that go on that sabotage the black community's growth, but I'm sure many can look back and see progress overall and what a black person can and can't do compared to how life was, maybe during the civil rights era and of course before that. So how is it that the subject of a lot of the music taken such a dark turn? And like Azealia Banks was speaking about, it's primarily black men partaking in this. At a certain point, even some of the more aggressive stuff like early Jay-Z or even going back further to NWA, a lot of the music had a sense of overcoming the conditions in the subject matter. Like there were a few songs that I guess would glorify some of the bad, but overall I think their catalogs talked about making it and getting out of whatever situation they were in. And yet there are artists now within hip-hop that speak on positive issues and some who speak on overcoming things as well. I think there are a lot of artists like that currently in hip-hop, but it seems like a lot of the negative is pushed to the forefront. And it's not a matter of this just being entertainment either. People are really out here losing their lives because of being involved in similar situations that's described in the music. And sometimes the music itself causes certain situations to get worse. I actually think race hustling is a whole profitable industry in the black community. There are certain figures who I think hover around to focus on things going bad and less on things that would actually cause change. Like how you gonna march about a black man losing his life to some white person and then the next week you jam into a song where a person is speaking about killing someone that's most likely describing a black man. I'm not saying the music has to get to the point of being all uptight and stuff. You know, I think there's room for fun and even aggressive type of music if done a certain way. But come on, the hypocrisy, is real. And it's black men who are the main actors in this. Yes, the community has been unfairly targeted. Yes, black men are specifically targeted a lot of times. Some might say,
the tax dollars, they pay these cops salaries.
And I get all of that. And yes, stats show that black men are disproportionately affected in a negative way when interacting with the police. But, life is a life, and the focus should be on what's causing a life to be lost first, and then perhaps go down a list. For black men, homicide is ranked at number 1 for the cause of death of black men all the way up to their mid-40s. Homicide is such a problem for black men that overall is ranked at number 4. The rates of homicide are similar comparing white and black, but that's just the rate within the racial group. If you look at the number itself, the number of black men dying are almost the same as white men, and black men make up a smaller percentage of the population. There's been progress over the years, but still, according to Statista, black males remain twice as likely to be victim of gun-related death compared with white males. And so we specify whether or not these are police-related shootings. Many of these homicides are unrelated to that. There's a problem, and Azealia Banks, I think, made a valid point. It's tough enough trying to fix this issue with other factors at play, but it makes it much more difficult when the culture has made it cool. And that's some pretty dark stuff. Anyways, that's it for now. If you can, please hit the like and subscribe button. I'm out.